This week in Spiral Nights, shout out to FNXY, the GOAT. He actually sent me across a full list of all of the featured auctions, the final prices that things went for from the featured auctions about a week or so ago. I wasn't able to get it last week, but he sent me it this week after seeing my previous video where I was saying that I didn't have access to it. So shout out to him. Let's go through the featured auctions as the first thing, and then we'll go into our usual This Week in Spiral Nights and review what happened online. But I do love looking at the featured auction prices just to see how they ended. So he's made a side note. The first Mixmaster ended around 5 AM in America, hence why it went for so low. So we had 5.8 Mixmaster. Insane price. And then the next one, 20 million. A 15 million jump is insane. All of the other prices looking kind of standard though. 14.2 for Somnambulist Totems. It's very standard. A 10 million one is pretty cheap in the middle. We did have a Ship Wheel 1.2. I feel like that's not too bad pricing. 1.4 for the Airbreaker Shield. 420. Nice for the money. That's... I kind of feel like it's expensive. Oh, I can zoom in a lot. I'll do that in the future. Yeah, it ended up 5.8 million because it was at a really terrible time. The featured auctions that went through, nobody knew that it wasn't a typical featured auction time. They don't normally do it at those dates in the year, I don't think. So no one was expecting it, and then that was the first batch to go off, so it was terrible. The Shadow Pom Pom Snow Hat is 2. I don't know what that is. 2.2. Reference: the first one went for 7.8 million crown in 2021. And this time it went for Shadow Pom Pom Hat 1.5. That's a 6 million difference. God damn. It was posted at long at like 6 PM CST. Yeah, very, very little time for people to rock up. Even, oh my god. Chef hats don't really sell for a lot, but chef coats always sell for a decent amount. So that's kind of, maybe that's a bit more standard. So 343, 2.6 million. 310k for the hat again, 2.3. I'm surprised the white set is more expensive. I feel like black is usually like more of an edgy color. The people want that, right? At least in my head. We got the Shadow Pom Pom Hat at 1.5. That was the big change. Restored Shroom Cap, 780k. I feel like that's normally expensive though as well. 5.10 million for Lovely Tailed Helm. That is insane. It resold for 20 million? This was under... I thought 5 million was an expensive price. That goes for 20 million normally? Oh my god. Holy shit. Shadow Ronin Gaza, 2.1. I feel like that might be cheap. 2.7 for the Shadow Jaws. Girl Power. Lovely items. Yeah, I didn't realize 20 million for that is insane. All right, Helmet Top. We had a Bloom Halo, 1.17. Those aren't... It's not really that pretty. I'm even surprised it hit 1 million. Magnetic Crown, 810k. I feel like that's cheap. Prismatic Grand Top of it. There's no way. You get these during the anniversary event every year, I think. Like a chance of them. So normally these are super cheap. I'm surprised they even hit 141k. Cozy Halo, 1.1 million. I feel like that's cheap too, no? Seems cheap to me. Iron Shackles, 6 million. Oh yeah. Shadow Astrolabe, 3 million. God damn. Man, these prices are expensive. Iron Shackles are so cool. I wish they reran that box. That's a nice box. Anti-Hazard Spikes. Only 600k. The prices went down a lot for that, I feel like. Polar Dragon Wings, 1 million. Those are not too bad wings either. Prismatic Exhaust Pipes, 500k. Okay, I feel like that is cheap. No? Like, that seems very cheap. For a prismatic item. I guess exhaust pipes, people don't really care about them. But still. Tails, 3.6 million. That's a bit about standard. I want a pair of Tails myself. I might add that to my list. I want an extra tall height modifier and maybe Tails. That's on my list of things to buy. And a woolly onesie as well, actually. I want that too. Shadow Take Orange Doggy Tail, 720. Pretty cheap. Relatively to the other items. Back items that aren't wings are pretty meh. Yeah, I guess exhaust pipes taking up a wing slot is a bit hard. Auras. There was 4 auras for sale. We had Tech Orange Chemtrails, 1.7. That is cheap, I think. It's not a bad aura. Moonlight Leafy, 5 million. I think that's a decent price. Dead Leafy Aura, 3 million. Vanilla Snipe, 2.7. I'm a little bit surprised that even hit 2.7. After the snipe boxes, you can just get snipes in your personal color, which I feel like is really nice, but it's still good to see. Armor, ankles, volcanic trotters, 2.8 million. Oh my god. Divine trotters, 1.7 million. That's a big difference between volcanic and divine. Holy shit. Damn, someone must have had a volcanic set that they were bidding for. Miscellaneous, Scaredy Chromolith, so cheap. Nature's right, man. All of these, I wish I bid for these. If I knew that my Draken Gun Pop would only go for 8.2 million, I 100% would have bid on these because I would love them for the guild hole, but pretty nice. 25 million! 25 million backaroos. Oh my god, for the Snarble Pop. That is insane, the difference. 8.2 to 25 million. 3 million for the Piggy one as well is cheap, no? Damn. What a mix of prices. Like, that is expensive as fuck, and then these were, like, way cheaper. Like, that's normally 20 million almost. Maybe about 17, 18, 19 million. And that's all the prices. Again, shout out FNXY for sending that across. Appreciate it. He said that he'll do that in the future as well if we're still around and doing these videos. So, do want to shout out the appreciation. And let's move on to what has happened online. So, YouTube videos, we had Spiral Knights, references to Spiral Knights, Mad Gans with a nice YouTube short, 1.1k views already.
Other media within Spiral Knights, such as Sonic the Hedgehog, the Total War games, and even Steam itself. There are a few references to Spiral Knights outside.
I did watch this on my own earlier. Something that was crazy to me is this.
Spiral Knight's weapon. In fairness, the Cold Iron Vanquisher has a better design.
I don't know what game this is, but they have the Cold Iron Vanquisher in one of those dummy games. That's kind of sick. No? Anyway. Shout out Mad Gans with his shorts. That was a fun one. I should give it a like. Bam. Is the Spiral Knots again? I just like the title. Spiral Knots. Should I? I was thinking.
Oh, yeah,
should
that's
I?
Right.
Oh god.
Was it
Loud?
I think last week.
Well, I thought we saw these guys last week as well. They're still playing. Nice. It's good to see them progressing. Should I multi-stream to YouTube as well? Is that worth it? Like, I only stream to Twitch at the moment. What do you got? Do you got thoughts? Anyone? Dark Brian Barrage and Apocria. 2 shorts in 2 days? Mad Gans has gone crazy. My god. Shout out the GOAT. We had my TWISK. I'm so sorry. I uploaded this so late. I need to make sure that I upload today's one tomorrow as well. I missed a few days for the upload, so it says 3 days ago, but that was a week ago. My bad. A couple more streams. It's kind of usual. I feel like there's a lot more streams on YouTube, like a bunch of VODs getting uploaded. And we're back to within the past week. I did look at the forums and stuff. There wasn't too much on, nothing on the main webpage of Spiral Knights either. Let's go to the Reddit. We have 2 posts in the past week. I want to develop Spiral Knights. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Every single time I see these now, I'm getting more and more, like, not disinterested. I'm like, it's just, there's so many posts of this where people are like, I want to develop the game. Man, it doesn't go anywhere. I see these posts like every few months now. So, yeah. Wouldn't hurt to try it. I've caught a few YouTube SK streams. Yeah, I just feel like it, I don't know. I might give it a try. We'll see in the future if I set it up. Spiral Knights Mobile. It's there anyway to get Spiral Knights on mobile anymore. All Ode posts I've seen don't say much about it. Please help, as I can't stop thinking about this for some reason. Okay, I wasn't on board until we added that last part. You know what? I'm giving it a thumb up. There was a way using ProDev Launcher. Oh yeah, people did play this game on mobile phone, didn't they? Back in, I know that people have done that. Shout out Jarl, helping him out. And it did have a Spiral Knights. I think it was called Rise of Night. Rise of Night. Oh my god, I'm zoomed the fuck in. Rise of Night by Sega. Yes, here we go. If people didn't know, Spiral Knights tried to branch into a mobile game. Way back when. It was in development. They never finished it. I don't think it didn't look like an amazing game. It was kind of a, like, Plants vs. Zombies type of vibe. I died on the inside when I saw this. Yeah, I don't think I would have actually wanted to play it outside of the fact that it was Spiral Knights and Spiral Knights assets. So I 100% would have played it just for that. And I would have, like, got invested. Like, I would be playing this today. Just because it's Spiral Knights related. But yeah, if anyone's interested, go watch this video. Same. Yeah, like look how it looks terrible. Like, what even are these, man? It's like little chipley stuff. Harrymatic adding music, the Ryzen eyes dropping absolute liquid fire. There's no music in this video. I like the names they chose. Player 199. Oh my god. It had randomized RNG stuff. Oh, what is that, bro? Holy shit, how ugly is that? Okay, they have the end screen thing. It's kind of fun. I kind of want to like look. Maybe we should watch this video one time on stream. Just see all about it. This saddens me. Oh, that's so funny. Nick died for our sins. So this is why Nick left. This is where all the manpower for content went. Oh my god. This was like in Spiral Knight's prequel almost. Dear God, no, please. Yeah, rest in peace. If that is why Nick left, that is very sad. Alright, well, give me a moment. I'm going to swap to Discord. I just need to open it up. I need to swap my accounts because I had the my main account on previously. There we go. What has happened? So, I do believe... Haven... there's announcements here. Night Launcher. Here we go. Night Launcher with some announcements. Whoa! Night Launcher 2.2. Resource mods are now able to edit the game's localization bundles through mod.json. Something to help out mods, I guess. You can change names through the modding stuff. That's cool. This is not why Nick left. Yeah, I doubt it is, but it's funny to see the comments thinking that. Nice. Good to see, as always, that there's updates there. I know that the arcade had some Discord changes, so they made an arcade server portal grand reopening, which is kind of nice. So if we head over to the server portal, we can now see all of the Spiral Knight servers. So if you join the arcade, you should be able to see all of them. Although I'm pretty sure they have beef with the Haven server. Or like they don't associate with it because it's like partially modding stuff onto this. So they don't list that in their server portal. Outside of that, you've pretty much got all the Spiral Knights servers that you might want to hit up. You got, you know, the Furnace, Fortune Knights, Gears and Gremlins, Cosmos Backpack, all the good stuff. All right, let's look at Cosmos Backpack. What's happened in the past week? Energy market, you still broken? It is definitely not 5,200. It's very cheap. Energy market right now. Buy energy. It's 4,250 around there. Super cheap. You could probably resell in a few months when it goes back up to 5k and make bank. Special listings. This past week we had Prismatic Glow Eyes, Shadow Wings, Prime Bonded. We have had no Supply Depot listings for a week. Classic. After the featured auctions, they did list a few things, to be fair, the last week, so it's good to see that. App changes. I don't know what that is, but all right, sure. Thetya. No announcements. We'll continue with our life. No announcements in the Furnace either. That is everything that has happened this week in Spiral Knights. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you all in the next week for the next video.